Okay, so you probably read the title of this video and thought to yourself, I know what data science is. How's this video gonna help me? Or maybe you're like me and you're still trying to figure out what the fundamental terms that you're so used to actually mean. Yes, I literally looked up what is statistics 2 days ago and I'm 2 years into my degree. Nevertheless, the truth of the matter is, even if you think you've got it all figured out in the world of data science, the field is just so confusing. Everyone just seems to be throwing around random buzzwords and no one's agreeing on what data science actually is. So it's time to put an end to that. Let's figure things out together. Now, before we talk about what data science actually is, let's take a look at what data science actually isn't. So enjoy these few clips of me dressing up in different outfits and embarrassing myself. I mean, it's easy, right? Data science is just AI with spreadsheets. Well, actually, according to my calculations, data science equals statistics plus coding plus machine learning. Oh, this is so cool. I think I found what I want to study at university. Data science is predicting the future with data. Oh man, data science is honestly just dashboards and making job descriptions look cool with buzzwords. I'm fed up, man. Yeah, I genuinely believed all of those at one point. When I first started out 3 years ago, I thought data science was just doing some Python programming, applying some complex math and algorithms on data, and then boom, you're a data scientist. Then I heard people talking about SQL, data visualization, CI/CD pipelines, and then suddenly AI came out of nowhere. And this was before ChatGPT came out, so AI was this abstract concept to an ignorant high schooler like I was back then. So the confusion is real. Without any connections in the industry, trying to navigate your way through this chaotic field of data science is very, very difficult. Okay, so if I had to give my own informal definition of what data science actually is, I would say that it is the science of leveraging data as an asset to do whatever we want in life. And yes, this is usually achieved through a mix of math, computer, and domain expertise, but I don't want to distract from the core idea right now. So that informal definition I just gave, it doesn't really tell you in concrete steps what a data scientist actually does, but it beautifully captures the essence of what data science is all about. Leveraging data as an asset. We're talking about plain old data here. We're not talking about AI or programming. No. We're talking about plain old data as this valuable resource that we use to make a difference in the world. I'll support that informal definition with IBM's definition of what data science actually is. And they define it as the field of study that involves extracting knowledge and insights from noisy data and turning those insights into actions that our business or organization can take. So how do we do this? How do we start from this noisy data, as they've put it, and then suddenly these turn into insights and knowledge? Well, let's take a look at the typical data science lifecycle. So you start with a problem or a question in a domain context that needs addressing. You then collect data that can help you solve your problem, and then clean that data. Afterwards, you start to analyze the data to uncover hidden patterns and extract some insights, and in some cases also build predictive models to address some hypothetical scenarios. And finally, you communicate your insights that you've just uncovered from the data to decision makers. Now, notice how I haven't mentioned Python, or dashboards, or databases, or AI. These are tools that assist in the data science lifecycle. What we've just described is the journey that turns this data that looks seemingly useless, this noisy data, into actionable insight, which helps us make real-world impact. Again, the essence of data science. Talking a bit more specifically now, let's take a look at some concrete examples as to how data science can be used in the real world. Someone at Netflix might choose to analyze your viewing habits to suggest the next show or movie you're going to watch. In the healthcare sector, someone could build a model to predict patient risk based on a patient's medical history. And in logistics, you might forecast shipment delays from past shipments so a company can reroute deliveries if needed. Do you see how all of these come from the past data? In the Netflix example, it's your viewing habits. In healthcare, it's patient history and medical records, for example. And in logistics, it's shipment and route data. Data. Hey, post-production David here. I originally recorded the section on the brief history of data science and how the field has evolved over time, but it ended up running a bit too long, so I cut it. That's why you'll hear me mention it briefly in the next few clips, and if you'd like a full deep dive on the history, let me know in the comments. I might make a video on that, and either way, I'll link the main article I referenced down below in the description. Alright, back to the video. Now, it's fascinating to see the changes over the years, but notice how the essence remains in leveraging data as an asset, all the way from 1962 up until now. All these things, databases, data visualization, MLOps, deep learning and LLMs, these all fall under the data science umbrella. They all go back to the data. Speaking of which, something very important we must start doing is treating data science as this umbrella term. Now, here's an example. If someone tells you they're a mathematician or a computer scientist, you don't actually know what they do. The term data scientist is starting to become a bit like this as well. And the same goes for the term data science as this umbrella term. So that's just something to consider if you're trying to navigate in this space. Looking at the history alone can make you feel quite overwhelmed and feel like you still have so much to catch up on and learn. But here's what I've started doing. I've stopped trying to learn everything at once. Instead, I'm simply trying to map and categorize everything that's out there. And if you're familiar with the YouTube channel Domain of Science and their map of videos, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Just forming an excellent bird's eye view of the whole data science field, mapping everything that's out there, knowing what actually exists and how everything connects to one another. Doing this has helped me realize many things, such as the fact that not every data role requires heavy math and programming. Not every data task involves the use of AI, and you definitely don't need every single skill in those top 10 essential skills to become a data scientist lists that you see online. You know, it's like thinking that every CS major is a hacker, or that every chef is a Michelin star pastry artist. Different roles, different tools, different responsibilities at the end of the day. So yeah, that's data science. Hopefully now I have a better understanding of what it's all about. And we've officially covered our first buzzword now. So let me know about any other buzzwords you want to see next. Put them down in the comments below. If not, I'll see you in the next episode.